remember. Told me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday. On this Monday, man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday, man. Sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up where, we continue to talk a little bit of everything over there, from music. We got a sports section. Definitely talk a lot of sneakers. And of course, we got, anything in between. We got a gaming section over there as well, man. So that's been popping off lately too. So y'all pretty much know I'm only going to be on this joint for like an hour. So appreciate everybody that's come through so far. Smash that like button as y'all come in and out, because I know how these lives can get sometime. And then that's why I kind of do my very best to kind of just chop them up and make little small segments for the people who can't catch it, so we can post it throughout the week, man. So you guys guessed it. Here we are. More Diddy news, more Diddy lawsuits. At this point, man, I don't know if it's me or if I'm tripping or not, but I feel like every week, every other day is like, who else? Like, I'm not saying these guys, I don't know what's true and what's not. This whole live is gonna be alleged and opinionated based. I don't know. So everything is allegedly that I say. I don't know none of this stuff. I'm just here to put that stuff that's already out there that he's being accused of. I don't know if any of it's true, but I will say, if I was a betting man, and I don't know, but I have a feeling that he wants to clear his name for sure, but I have a feeling that federal case is the one that's probably like the main like head honcho that they're focused on. But we're gonna kind of work backwards tonight on tonight's topics too. So it says Gucci Mane drops all his music artists too, except for like two, and I believe it was Pooh Shiesty and one other person, which ironically I believe they're both like locked up still. But I mean, that should let you know right there. So we're gonna start there, and then we got Lyfe Jennings claims he's owed $15 million from his record label that he was signed with. So we're gonna start with Lyfe Jennings, and then go to Gucci Mane, and then we'll close out with Diddy. Pause, because I feel like the Diddy topic usually, even though I think that I'm not going to take a long time on the Diddy topics, it usually ends up taking a little bit of time to get on the Diddy situation. So pause, no Diddy, whatever you want to say. And y'all know how I feel about it, because I've definitely been very vocal over there in the sold out Discord, which is pinned at the top of the chat. I see we got Manny with the kicks in the building. Says, Yerp, what up, Manny's? What up, what up, what up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. This one's going to be just a nice little chill stream. Fun fact, tomorrow I am going to drop a sneaker unboxing video. A lot of you guys probably won't be surprised. But to the people that will be, Oh, there you go. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna I'm not gonna expose it on this video, man. So pretty much let's just start working backwards. We're gonna start with the Lyfe Jennings joint now. If you guys don't remember Lyfe Jennings, and I'm probably about to tell my age here, he is an artist that was from back in the day. Right now, it says he is 46 years old. Don't quote me on this. It's just what I have on the internet. One of his bigger hits is "Must Be Nice." It's one of those slow jams. He is an R&B singer that I know of, and I'm gonna share my screen here. Boom, going to get things popping right off. Again, y'all let me know if visuals and audios is okay. It should be. Everything's looking good and clear on my end. Even not even like lagging right now. I feel like I'm like right on as I move too. Cool. I do like the little hand adjustment just to see how much of a delayed reaction is. Sometimes it's only a few seconds, so that's not bad. But 46 years old, what we have for Lyfe Jennings now. If you guys don't remember, his biggest hit, to the best of my knowledge, was "Must Be Nice." And I think even if you go off his history, I believe he was actually facing like a certain amount of time in prison. So that's how he got his name. So Lyfe Jennings. So and to be honest, man, no disrespect. Cause I saw where he had got, like, he felt like he got dissed on the Tiny Desk concerts, which is kind of like a YouTube slash like today's version of an MTV's Unplugged. I'm telling my age here, where pretty much you get like, pretty much MTV's Unplugged is where it's like you perform your hits, but you do it from like just like a live audience with like drums and like guitars and stuff like that. They play your beats and do all that, which is pretty cool from where to just like having the DJ play his stuff through the speakers. Definitely a different type of quality of audio. Now I tell you one artist that I know for a fact that done that, and I've seen him in concert, Miguel, which I know we ain't heard no music from him in a while, but I heard him play like at Broccoli Fest like some years ago. And I will say this, it sounds good, but for like, you gotta also set your pace and your audience style for this type of stuff. Like for what Lyfe Jennings want to do and for what MTV Unplugged does, that works. And I know that's not a thing anymore, but I feel like I was just trying to say, the Tiny Desk is like an updated version of MTV Unplugged. Don't quote me allegedly, all opinionated base, but it does sound good in smaller areas for a smaller crowd. But whenever who was it, Miguel did it for Broccoli Fest, bro, if you wasn't up on the stage, like from a distance, you could barely hear it. It just don't sound good, you know. Like you could tell it was it, and you can hear it, but you can tell like whenever somebody got up there and the DJ set up and it was able to broadcast like further. But even still, again, you have to be up there in the crowd. And to be honest, anybody who knows me, I'm not really a major like people person, for real. Like, don't get me wrong, I never disrespect nobody, but I don't like to be surrounded with a whole bunch of people. Like, I know I used to go out back in the day, but even still, man, you know, I have my section. You know, I'm willing to pay extra just to have my own section in the club type of thing. Whenever I used to go out, I haven't been out in years. But anyway, Lyfe Jennings, man. Now I think more days now you can find him on like Love and Hip Hop, right? Okay, but we'll start with what he said about this, his claim that he got rejected to do the Tiny Desk joint. So pretty much they explained their pretty much position. Like, I don't think they rejected him, but you know, I think what the problem with Tiny Desk is, a lot of these people, they may not even know who some of these artists are from back in the day. Because I remember, and to be fair, to play devil's advocate, Juvenile, remember they actually asked him to come do a Tiny Desk, and I think he declined it because he didn't know what Tiny Desk was, and then he was like, damn, I missed one. You know what I'm saying? So it could be miscommunications really on both ends. I'm not trying to pick a side here, but I am trying to look at it from both ends, and that's what I'm trying to get at. So, and this is NPR. This is from balleralert.com. Says NPR has responded after R&B singer Lyfe Jennings claimed that he was turned down for their popular Tiny Desk concert series because he was not big enough celeb. Now that's what he thinks, but I think the official thing, nobody ever actually wrote that. The Ohio native, known for his soulful voice and 2 decades of hits, went viral this week after making a statement. In a statement, Lauren LaRosa of Brown Girl Grinding, a rep from NPR, emphasized that the Tiny Desk concert lineup is all about music discovery and illusion. So at the same time, y'all have had some, like, I feel like OGs on there. So it says, I spoke with the rep NPR Tiny Desk about Lyfe Jennings claiming he's been turned down when he asked to do one because he wasn't a big enough celeb, right? And this is what she posted on her social media. So Lauren LaRosa I want to go ahead and give her flowers right now too. Now, if y'all are not familiar with who she is, one of the things that a part of my regular everyday routine is I listen to the Breakfast Club. And let me clarify, listen, right? No, I don't listen to like on like iHeartRadio. Actually, that's how I discovered them though. Fun fact, when I had the iHeartRadio app. But one thing about it is one of my routines in the morning, first things first when I get up, and I'm not gonna tell my whole routine because I know some ops out there watching for real, but one of the things that's part of my morning routine, I almost kind of like basically, because sometimes you got to watch what you put on the internet. But anyway, one of my routines is I listen to pretty much a little small segments on YouTube from the Breakfast Club. And she's been filling in for who are Jess with the Mess, which is AKA, what is it? Jess the comedian joint. I can't even think of her name right now, but she replaced Angela Yee, right? But Jess with the Mess, to be honest, she's on maternity leave, and Lauren LaRosa had been holding it down in that third spot with Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy. I'm gonna give her credit where credit is due, and I think she actually originated from. I don't know where she originated from, but I know some of her previous background was whenever she was on pretty much TMZ. So pretty much she's went over to the Breakfast Club, and to be honest, she makes Jess with the Mess. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this: you can tell she appears more prepared. But to be fair, Jess with the Mess, she is a comedian, but she was also pregnant. So, you got to throw that factor in there. She could have just been tired, you know what I'm saying? Because she was working from home a lot and then went on maternity leave, and then boom, here we are. Where we at? We got Slayer in the building, says, "What's up, Sneaker Familiar?" What up, Slayer? What up, what up, what up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. Really means a lot to the kid. It says, stated the NPR music team curates the Tiny Desk concert lineup using their editorial discretion to ensure that the music discovery and illusion, showcasing emerging talent as often as well as well-known artists. The team gets pitched by hundreds of artists, big or small. Pause. Being a big celebrity is no guarantee to getting a Tiny Desk, but it doesn't disqualify you either. Often it is about timing in the artist's career and our own schedules. Our team is small with limited capacity to filming approximately 10 shows per month. Unfortunately, we cannot accommodate every artist we'd like to perform. I feel like that was a professional response, to be fair. I'm not saying it's not true, but I feel like that's just what's professional. I have a feeling if certain artists came through that wanted to perform, you're not going to turn it down. But if they got a certain bag they looking for too, because I would assume, and I don't know, but I would have to guess that the artist would like some form of compensation, most likely money, if I had to guess. It says further, a source clarified that the NPR never used the words "not big enough," and it's not something they'd say to any artist. So that's something that wasn't like put out there, but apparently they think that's what it is, and that's what Lyfe Jennings thinks. Jennings, 46, has a long and successful career in R&B world. His 2004 debut album, Life 268-192, went platinum, and his 2006 album, The Phoenix, reached number 2 on the Billboard chart and was one of the top-selling R&B/hip-hop albums of 2006 and 2007, despite not landing the Tiny Desk spot this time around. With the longevity and continued presence the industry, there's always a chance fans will see him on stage in the future. So that's like it for that one, a Tiny Desk situation. But I have a feeling, to be honest, man, everybody kind of, Lyfe Jennings said something, but he wasn't disrespectful. But at the same time, Tiny Desk said something, they weren't disrespectful. I feel like they can schedule this and accommodate for this. I feel like this can be amended, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the deal can be amended if need be, if he wants to still do it. And they're like, hey, man, talk behind the scenes, handle things financially, business-wise, and go on. So, transitioning, Lyfe Jennings claims that Sony Music owes him $15 million. All right, so this one, I haven't read through the article just yet, but I'm going to read through it. But I just find it a little ironic of what, and I'm not saying he's lying, but I have a feeling if they did, why isn't there a lawsuit involved? However, to play devil's advocate again, one, who says there's not one, and two, Lawsuits I know personally are not expensive. Before we even transition on to the Diddy situation, which we're gonna transition that about like 7:40, so it's 7:21. I'm gonna read through this article, and then by the Diddy situation, we're gonna close out with that like the last 20, 15 minutes, because like I said, Diddy can take up a whole. Really, to be honest, we can go Music Monday live on Diddy the whole hour, like every hour, every Monday. And that even I'm getting a little. I'm not saying the victims shouldn't continue to file their claims and this whatever if they are truly victims, but even I'm like, bro, like how many more people were involved in this shit? Allegedly. But anyway, Lyfe Jennings claims that Sony Music owes him $15 million. Says on a podcast, Bag Fuel, the Must Be Nice singer explained his past business dealings with Sony Music. So again, I have a feeling for whatever, and I'm not going to play the video or anything like that, because I noticed when I started playing videos on YouTube, it used to be okay. But now it's kind of one of those, they flag your shit, then they want you to delete it out of there, and not saying it can't be done, but it's kind of annoying. But anyway, Lyfe Jennings might be in debt $1 million to Sony, but claims that the former label also owes him $15 million as much. So how is it like he's indebted $1 million to Sony? So if I'm not mistaken, is that trying to say like he's in debt $1 million to him? But I doubt it. It says Lyfe Jennings might be indebted $1 million to Sony Music, but claims that his former label also owes 15 times as much. So they saying he owe money to them, and he saying, nah, y'all owe money to me. Who most likely got their paperwork correctly, though, is the question. That's what the judge is going to look at if they take this to court. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Lyfe Jennings is wrong, and I'm not saying Sony is wrong, because I don't know. But if you take this to court, the judge got to look at what was in black and white, point blank period, and what was signed. You know what I'm saying? Again, not taking any sides or anything like that. It says the Must Be Nice artist was a guest on a recent episode of the podcast Bag Fuel, where he talked about his promotional expenses. Around the 6-minute mark of the video below, Jennings shared that however much the label spent on his music videos, that they're allowed to recoup half of it. He says they're also still own the video forever. He continues, so they also still own the video forever. I mean, that's part of that 360 deal type of stuff. He says they like they own 100 in the video. Money's made all the video. He says like they own 100 in the video. Money's made in the video. So he's saying they own 100 money's made in the video. Says he furthermore explained instead of half, Sony Music recouped the entire video's amount. The singer said that he was given 3-year window to audit the label around the time when all the dirt go on. He says that's when they kill you, he added. So I mean, he knows the record business. And again, to be honest, man, the only artist I feel like that hasn't had a complaint against, and I'm not saying Sony Music here, but just the music industry in general, is the ones once their careers they're not no longer putting out music like they once was. All the artists that's like got that like the greatest deals, or like even their deals probably suck, but they don't really even notice because they got so much money coming in. Like they're not like, we can say like Drake deal, right? We said that he was signed to like one of the worst deals, but he was making so much hits where it's like, dog, Drake's been on #1 lists, and I hate to bring Drake in this, but he's been on #1 lists for like years, and I'm talking like 9-10 years, Sure, I guarantee if he break it down, he's like, man, I'm really getting screwed over. But I mean, they making millions and I'm making millions, if not billions. Why complain? You can't complain, if you just putting in the work. And we just got to give it to Drizzy on that one. But anyway, back to the article. It says, so then when we finally realized years later, when you might be having a couple money problems and somebody put in your ear, yo, they was supposed to do this and they owe you, because Sony really owe me like about 15 million, bro, he explained. Again, if they owe you that, I just don't see nobody leaving that on the table. But like I said, if you take it in front of a judge, it's what it says in black and white. It says the dollar amount shocked Bag Fuel host SO World in Heineken, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, while Jennings elaborated that he had a clause in his contract that stated that the label couldn't cross collateralize. Collateralize. So I mean, I'm assuming that's like, and they got that in quotations, and they're breaking down what it means. It says, which means that if your third of your album tanked, but your first two albums was low, they can recoup the tanking from the third album from the first two. Jenna said, I didn't have that in my contract, but when I looked, they cross collateralized everything. I mean, but you got to prove it in a court of law, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's wrong, but you got to put him in a court of law. Now, to be fair, too, this is my thing. If you really feel like you owe $15 million, even if he get an attorney to look over the paperwork and they say, yeah, you right, and you going to have to pay that attorney as a person. I don't have 6 different attorneys in my lawsuit situations. The first 2 cases, I didn't even get an attorney. And then the last cases after that, I got an attorney. And because I thought it would make a difference. And I still lost all of them. And I don't even want to get down that road. But I say all that to say, like, one thing they gonna, if he go to an attorney be like, yeah, I'm owed $15 million, they be like, all right, let me look into this shit. And if they see where they can get some money, like out of that $15 million, yeah, on paper it's gonna say, like, let's just say hypothetically speaking, he wins, right? Out of that $15 million, how much do you think he's gonna see after paying the attorney fees and all the little hints and stuff they're gonna take? Like, I know what you're saying, he's still gonna get off good, but I mean, like, that's if Sony, and especially if they settle out of court, let's say like, okay, cool. Sony's like, you know what? You're right. This, that, and the third. Let's settle for $8 million. An attorney gonna want it. I'd be damned if they don't walk away with $4 million. You know, which still is better than nothing. You know, but I'm just saying all that to say that every attorney I had, I'm not gonna say whether they were good or bad, but I'm gonna say one thing: they was not cheap, and that's what I'm gonna say. So that's one of the reasons too. You got to take that with a grain of salt. He probably good, straight where he at. He knows if he get in a legal situation, things can add up. You know, anybody who's ever had an attorney gonna tell you that. Says the tanking from the third album, from the first two. Jenna said, I didn't have that in my contract. We read that part. Says the singer then shared that he owed Sony Music $1 million from his 2004 debut album Lyfe 268-192, although he missed the audit window. So now they be like, yeah, we made some calculation errors, but you didn't catch it in 3 years, so we don't owe you nothing. So he's saying they've owned up to it, but again, that's why he can't sue, what I'm assuming, right? Because he had a 3-year window to take legal action. And now that that's up, I'm assuming he can't take legal action. And even if he do, it's going to be like, yo, is it really worth it if they already got that? That's the thing. They're going to, first thing, I would assume Sony's attorney's going to try to get it dismissed off rip. Like, hey, this is a 3-year, he missed a 3-year window, so it don't even matter if we're right or wrong or not. So, and that's where it's going to go. I lost one of my cases on a technicality like that before too, where if they needed to establish this, that, before even getting whether I was right or wrong, and the judge just so happens to claim, like, I'm very curious how this is going to turn out, because, like, it got dismissed or whatever, but I ended up having to go back eventually. But anyway, says, while Jennings initially pursued a fair sonic audit, he decided not to go through with it due to the mounting, there you go, expenses, the mounting of expenses. I told you. One thing about these lawsuits, like, let me tell you, the people who's quick to like scream out, I'll sue you, I'll do this, I'll take you to court, this and the third, they most likely never been. I'm going to say that they most likely never been. Because most people don't want to go to court because it's expensive. Like, case in point, we can think of Boosie and who is it? The singer Young Blue. They be like, why don't he just go to court? I'm like, bro, they going to mediate for years before they go to court. And that's expensive too. And attorneys say that's the cheap route. You know, so again, these legal expenses are not cheap. That's why, like, people be like, yo, Pole, why you don't do XYZ? Why you don't be out? I'm like, bro, like, I'm still recovering off some shit that happened years ago. Yes, I'm good and my bills paid, but I ain't trying to get out there and get caught lacking no more and then having to fight again. Like, yeah, I'm cleared and everything off the books, but bro, like I'm still recovering off attorney fees to keep it 100. Like, yeah, I'm good, but I mean, like, you don't get your money. And that's a thing too. Attorney gonna tell you, like, hey, this is the retainer fee. Hey, whatever we don't use, guess what? You get your money back. Every person I've ever talked to that's had an attorney, trust me, they use every bit of the retainer fee. I ain't seen nobody get their money back yet. I'm not saying it don't happen. I just ain't seen it happen. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let me read on. It says, the reason why I didn't do it is because look how these cats play and I respect it. He said, when we put it in to get all the paperwork, no BS, we all got a FedEx truck with probably like 40 boxes in it. He continued, and if they owe me 15 million, it makes financial sense that they can spend 5 million just making this ish go on 80 years. Yeah, that's why I said you ain't finna go. He's talking to somebody he knows, and I think he's had obviously legal issues in the past. This man is speaking he's sounding just like me. Like, people like, yo, why don't you go back? That's why I hate speaking on my personal situation. Like, why don't you go to court? This and that third, bro. Like, it's not what you see. It's just like case in point. They'll be like, yo, like, one person I'm cool with, they were like, yo, if I ever see you in court, I know I'm good. And they probably right. But at the same time, they be like, man, you don't never say nothing, this and the third. I'm like, bro, because in the event, it's not that I don't trust you, but in the event you do got to go to court, they going to use your inside circle, whoever they think it is, against you. And I know what you're saying. Well, my inside circle's solid. You think that, but see, these people, when they get you behind that closed door and separate you guys, reality is, they'll do whatever, they'll say whatever to test you. And a lot of people, they just want you to get caught lacking. You know, that's why, to be honest, sometimes you're better off don't tell all your business. Point blank, period. But let me read through the rest of this joint. He said, but for me, I only got a certain budget. So I took out what said in the beginning. I just accept it because it is what it is. I don't got the money to be fighting them. I'll be more careful next time. There you go. I ain't even read through the article, and I kind of already could break this down because that's all it is. Now, let me clarify this, what he means by that. I'm sure homie is living comfortably. He is good. I ain't saying he broke because I know he's still doing shows and still performing. So I know he getting the show money, but this is the thing, right? What he's saying, Sony them, you know, let's say, I'm not sure what he's worth, but let's just throw out a number. Like, whatever he's worth, Sony's worth 100 times that, you know? And that's what he means, you know? Why put all your money up to fight the big company unless you got something truly, truly that's out there? It says, this isn't the first time this month Jennings revealed that he had been gotten played in the industry. Just 2 weeks ago, he claimed that the NPR Tiny Desk concerts just uninterested in performance from him because he wasn't a big enough celeb. So that was one we just covered. So, I mean, pretty much that's a Lyfe Jennings situation. I feel like we got through that pretty good. Appreciate that. So we're going to move on to the Gucci Mane situation. Apparently, Gucci Mane dropped almost all his artists from 1017 Records. Now, I think the only artist he's kept, which if I'm not mistaken, is Pooh Shiesty and I believe, Pooh Shiesty and Fuego. And I think they're both locked up, but don't quote me on that. So we're going to read through this article real quick. I'm very curious why he did this. But if I had to guess, without even reading any further into this article, right? I'm assuming, right? Allegedly in the opinionated base, Pooh Shiesty, that man was on fire before he got locked up. Now, it was a gift and a curse because, let's face it, he dropping hits, but you keep getting in trouble. So, and I ain't saying he ain't had a bread, but I mean, what's the point of making that type of bread if you keep getting in legal trouble? Yeah, attorney gonna get you out of it. They gonna keep working deals, but they're not working them for free. You know, that's money you can keep for yourself. Stuff you ain't gotta do. But anyway, let's read through this article real quick. It says, Gucci Mane has pared down his label roster to a whole lot, dropping all but 2 of the artists on 1017 Records. Gucci made the announcement on Friday, October 18th, in a video he shared on Instagram. He noted that he originally wanted to share the news on the prior date on the 17th, but he missed it. He says, he began by saying that he had seen his label most recently profit and loss statement, commonly referred to as P&L, and he wasn't happy with the results. So a lot of these things, right, when these artists, to the best of my knowledge, how I know of it that it works, and I could be wrong because I've never done music, so I don't know. They sign a deal. You get them money up front, but it's really like a loan because the artists need to recoup off of you before you can start making money. A lot of artists don't always make it back. You know, they don't always a lot of the people, like when you sign to them, they don't always get a recoup. The artists don't always get a recoup, like the label don't. And a lot of time, a lot of the bigger artists are carrying the labels. You know what I'm saying? Artists, you know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming Pooh Shiesty and the other artist was obviously carrying like 10, 17. So it's like Gucci Mane's probably like, bro, like I'm putting more money out to get these guys popping and they ain't pop yet. Also, too, man, one thing about doing music or being an artist or being an actor or working for yourself, so to speak, in a sense, even if you are signed to a label, but it's all on about how much work you put in. You know, it's all about, it's just like YouTube, right? You're only as good as much work you put into it. Whether that person's putting out, you know, one video every couple months, like who is it, Mr. I forgot his name, Mr. Bean, I think his name. Don't quote me on that. I forgot his name, but he one of the bigger YouTubers. He only puts out but so much content a year, but he puts his all in every single video. Not saying I don't, but I'm putting out, you know, what, 2-3 videos a day. You know, if that, I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm dropping 14 videos in a week, 1 short, and 3 lives. So that's how, you know, much you, it's just what you put into it. You really kind of working for yourself. You kind of only as good as you, and that's kind of how the music artist is. Like, you sign to the label, but you're only as good as your biggest hit, to be honest. Now you can make other hits, like, you know, underneath that, but you want to try to work as many hits as you can. Now, everybody always say, well, they go broke because they buy the rapper starter kit from the juries and the cars. That's part of their, like, persona, and I don't know who's to blame for that, because if we take that all the way back, we can take that back from the 80s and 90s. It's always been a thing of just being kind of like, it comes with hip-hop. But anyway, let me get back to the article. It says, I just seen my P&L, and with all my artists, he began, you know, it's a whole ish-o out here. So he's saying ish show. I'm not going to cuss on here. I'm trying my very best not to cuss tonight in the industry right now. But when I'm looking at it, my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm going to have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Fuego. I'm assuming these are the only ones that's really he's making profit off of. It says, this is a decision that I wanted to make. This is a decision that I didn't want to make. I thought about it. I could keep all of them under the contract, but I said, hey, F it. Let's just make this unselfish decision and let them take their talents elsewhere. Gucci Mane said he had already reached out to the artists or their reps to tell them about the situation. He closed by saying he was still looking for new talent to pair with Pooh Shiesty and Fu, and that's where I'm going to put my focus. So pretty much this is the video right here, Gucci Mane saying it. I'm not going to play this because, again, YouTube them be really tripping on the joint. Even though technically it's from his profile, I should be able to play it. But you know what? We're not going to go there. So Pooh Shiesty and Fu have both had a recent legal problems. Pooh is serving a 5-year federal prison sentence handed down. So he had to plead guilty on that because you're not beating the federal case joint. But yeah, he went on to plead guilty, I think, for that one, allegedly. Handed down in 2022. So where we're at? We're in 2024. He should be halfway through the sentence. And with good behavior, I would assume, because with federal, I think you got to serve half of the time. So if it was 2022 and he's got to do 5 years, that means what? 2024, that would be 4. That would be 2 years. 3, that's 2023. That's 3 years. 4. So maybe with good behavior and half of the sentence, maybe sometime in late 2023, maybe even 2024. But yeah, that's crazy. It says, according to the Bureau of Prison Records, he is scheduled for release in 2026. Wow, my math still wrong. So, yeah, he's scheduled for April 2026. That's crazy, dog. He's been in there since 2022, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, you got to serve majority of the time with the feds. Oh, I think I got it backwards. Feds, you got to do 80% of the time. And if it's local, you just got to do 50% of the time. That's why his is like that, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I ain't done no real time like that. I don't been in the handcuffs and I don't been whatever, but I ain't did no time. You know, even Gucci Mane will tell you when he had to do time versus just going to jail. It's totally two different stories, dog. And I ain't been to neither one of them, but I've been in some pretty close calls. But let's see. It says sentenced to 5 years behind bars in 2021 for cutting off his ankle monitor while on. Okay, so this is food situation. He says he got sentenced to 5 years behind bars in 2021 for cutting off his ankle monitor while on probation. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the guy where he did it because he wanted to see his child being born, so he wanted to make sure, and I think they were tripping, they wouldn't let him. Is that justifiable? You decide. Says according to the 1017 website, in addition to Pooh Shiesty and Fu, says the label has been home to Big Fizzle, Big Scar, which I like Big Scar. Big Scar music hit. Big Walk Dog, Brazen, Hot Boy West, Kato times 2 or Kato 2X, Lil Rye, Lil Zay, Matt Critter, FTO Set, and TLE Cinco. So keep in mind, one of Gucci artists I think was shot and killed too, allegedly. Don't quote me on that. It says Gucci had a different outlook on the record business just a few months ago when he launched another new label and said he was ready to make his first signees millionaires overnight. Are they really millionaires if you just front them the money? And now it's up to you. When you get that money, it's up to you to learn how to, you gonna either blow it or you're gonna have to like literally get out there and grind for it. I would say this, and I think Dame Dash is one of the people who broke down how signing for $1 million really ain't much. Now back in the day, that was that deal. But now that's kind of not like, you know what I'm saying? It goes far, but you could easily mess up $1 million. And he's broke it down. I'm not even gonna pull up the video, but he broke that down years ago where, you know, how you run through a whole $1 million in a year and don't even know where the hell it went. If you don't know how to manage money, you know, me and my dad was having this conversation about just even the sports, even the sports players run through the money like that and don't know where it goes. But it says the rap mogul posted a video on Instagram this past July 4th announcing his new imprint, So Icy Millionaires, while also flexing $2 million in cash that he said he was offering to the first artist who signed on the dotted line. But I'm sure he's got to screen them in worth. To him, he's got to make sure it's worth that $2 million. It says, you got the trap guy right here. All these are $100,000 a pop, he said while carrying stacks of money in the studio. Guap then proceeds to count the money in multiples of 100,000 before reaching $1 million. He says, that's what I'm willing to invest in my next superstar because I'm starting a whole new label, fresh. So Icy Millionaires, he said. So who you want to join the new label? Because I'm looking for the next male superstar. So, I mean, he's looking for a male superstar. Now, I have also heard artists saying that female artists require a little bit more work. Not saying they're not worth it. Not saying that they can't out-rap the guys because the female artists have been doing their thing musically as well. But what I am saying is I heard that they do require like a little bit more maintenance compared to the guys. You know, the guys, they either gonna get their hair shaped up or they gonna get their retwist or whatever and call it a day. Females, they need a starter kit. You know what I'm saying? Like they may need a little bit more than $1 million, and they probably don't even. You know, I would assume they don't get it, but I can see that. You know, it says camera then pans to Gucci's wife Keisha, who counts the additional $1 million, which is reserved for the label's first female artist. Okay, so there we go right there. So Gucci Mane's thinking like he want a top female artist, which he know because female artists been holding it down too. I'm gonna get a ladies where credit was credit is due. You know, Lotto's one of my favorite artists, which I know her as Miss Mulatto. And then who else has been holding it down? That's signed to who is Yo Gotti's artist been holding it down too. I can't think of her name, but she's been holding it down too. And really been rapping her ass off. I know, and I'm not going to speak on any other female artists right now, but those are the top two. Who is it? Big Glow? What is it? Yeah, Big Glow, I think. Or yeah, Glorilla. Because she say Big Glow. That lets you know I be listening to her music. So Glorilla, yeah, I actually rock with her music too. She been doing her thing. I think Rod Wave is holding the #1 spot for the drop this week, but as in hip hop, she's right there with him female wise. She holding it down, in my opinion. Says, I got $1 million for the next female superstar. I got $1 million for my next male superstar. Who want to join the So Icy Millionaires? Hit my DM right now. Happy 4th of July. But I imagine he got a lot of hits, but I mean, he got to win through a lot of people too, man. So That's what Gucci's trying to get on. So he's dropped all but 2 artists. If I had to guess, those people aren't bringing in what they what is worth or what he was going against. So let's go ahead and transition to this new Diddy allegations real quick. I'm going to do my very best to try to screen through this one. So apparently there is a new lawsuit. I'm not going to read. I'm going to say SA. I'm going to screen through some of this. So there's one where it's a 13-year-old apparently. Again, man, I'm not defending Diddy, but one thing I will say about his legal team, it says the legal team wants anonymous accusers in federal cases to be identified. I do personally too. Now, I also said that, yeah, because this one he got hit with 7 new charges. And apparently they says they cite other celebs being involved, right? This is my thing, right? We're on the Diddy topic right now, and we're going to close out in the next 15 minutes. I like how I just did a smooth transition. And none of this is related to all the stuff we talk about. Lyfe Jennings and Gucci Mane, that's their own separate topics, blah, blah, blah. Diddy is his own category. Everybody thinks that I take up for Diddy when in reality, no, I'm not. I'm also just a person who's been through the legal system, and I know what it's like whenever, you didn't do something, and then the legal system, the way it's worded and stuff like that, it can almost not come off in your favor, man. But says Diddy slapped with a flood of new lawsuits, cites other celebs involved. Who are the other celebs? And this is my thing too. Are they top-notch celebs on the level of Diddy or not? Is what I'm curious, because if they were, in my opinion, alleged, I feel like their names would have already been out there, right? Okay. Again, I don't know who they are. We don't know if any of this stuff is true about Diddy. I also want to keep in mind, people, to be fair, not picking a side, but he's innocent until proven guilty. We haven't seen all the stuff. A lot of this stuff, I think, even not even supposed to be on the internet. So they got 7 here, 6 here. Everybody's numbers is like all over the place. But I think I'm going to choose this article to go over what kind of take away from the whole situation from the Diddy stuff right now. Personally, I'm tired of talking about it, but I swear, don't be surprised if we see more lawsuits down the wazoo, right? Okay. And this is my thing too. You got to keep in mind the federal case is way different than the civil cases. Civil case, money. Federal case, mean he could do some time. I think he's more so worried about if he's got to do some time, I have my thoughts about it, but I'm gonna keep it pretty chill tonight, man. I don't want to get too riled up. Says unpacking Diddy's latest SA lawsuits. I'm saying that for YouTube because reality is most likely every time I do it live and Diddy's name on here, they automatically flag it. Then I gotta review it. Then I had a third. Luckily I've been winning it though. Knock on wood, right here. Boom, boom, boom. You guys probably see this right here, but knock on wood, man. Knock on wood. But hopefully I'm saying everything clearly for YouTube. Says half a dozen new lawsuits were filed against Diddy in Manhattan federal court on Monday. Here's what we've gathered about this lawsuit, and this is from October 15th. So this is a little bit from last week, but here's the takeaways real quick. One, I'm just going to break this down, and then we'll transition on the current one too. So says corporations are targets. Corporations, meaning big companies, are targets. The suits name a number of businesses. The one Diddy's runs, of course, and see below the details about that. So pretty much, they're saying, I guess maybe they may have known some about it, but to the best of my knowledge, he let a lot of that stuff go. But we'll read through this real quick. It says, but for a few lawsuits also named business that conspired with the enabled Combs to commit the alleged assaults. Macy's, the flagship store, which was the site of one of the alleged assaults, is defended in the one suit, and the second suit accounting alleged assault in a hotel, Marriott International Hotel, is named. So these are probably the two big businesses. Number 2, they have Diddy's organization is under scrutiny. So, which we can kind of put 2 and 2 together with that. Says all of the 6 suits name a collection of Diddy's businesses. The theory is clear and set out near identical language in all of the complaints. The mogul's business aren't just identical to the story of the alleged S, abuse that are central. So I'm not saying none of the words of what it is. So we're gonna move on to number 3 because I want to get on to another topic with Diddy as well. Because I'm only gonna be on this joint for like another roughly 5 minutes, man. I see y'all are holding the kid down though. Again, as y'all commented out, smash the like button. That's all I ask. And sub up if you haven't done so. It says the suits are seeking to establish a pattern. So again, my thing is this though. It doesn't mean this stuff is necessarily true. Looks like we do got a new subscriber in the building. Donovan Lee Nilo. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Thanks for subscribing, homie. Really means a lot to the kid. I'm glad y'all just listening and just chilling out, man. We in this joint. It says the suits are seeking to establish a pattern. It says at a press conference, Busby, which that's the guy from, I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the guy who's got the hotline out for Diddy right now where you can call in, and I guess my thing is he's able to. My thing is this: these are silver suits, man. Everybody probably calling it, "Hey, yeah, I was there." This, that, and the third. He's got to scream through all that to see what's true and what's not. I'm not saying he's not doing a good job because we haven't seen none of this tick in the court yet. And from what I got from it, allegedly opinionated base, I don't know, but he is, obviously seeking silver suits. Now, let me clarify this: silver suits, you have a little bit more longer time to file than I think actually like a legal thing too. So again, I'm no attorney, no lawyer, so I think that's what it is. It says at a press conference, Busby said that 90% of the cases he was filing followed a similar pattern. Victims are lured somewhere, given a drink, spiked with drug, and spiked. I'm just gonna leave it right there, and then SA'd and passed around as others enjoy the show. I don't know. Let's see. I have my thoughts though. I'm not saying this stuff don't happen, but I mean, is it just one time or is it multiple times? That's what I want to know. As an attorney, like we need more information. It says you can see the scenario or something nearly identical to describe several of the suits. One describes a man working security at a all-white party in 2006 before allegedly being, with a drink and then arred by Diddy. So apparently there's just as many guys that was going through this situation than it is females. I don't know if Diddy's bi or not, but if he is, that's his personal business of what he likes to do in the bedroom. It says, we've seen our first underage plaintiff and there will be more. So apparently there is more. He said he was just 9 at the time. My thing is this: why is a 9-year-old around Diddy without his parents or some type of adult? You know what I'm saying? Like other adults in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my thing is this: Diddy's had kids for quite some time. I'm not trying to take up for him, but I just don't see this man wanting to do this, and he wouldn't want nobody to do some stuff like this to his own children. I know. I mean, you see how hard he go for his own kids, man. Again, I'm not trying to say any of this stuff is true or not, but this stuff we've seen claims like this happen to even Michael Jackson, R.I.P., man. The people have come out where they said it wasn't true, then try to come back and said it was true. I mean, at this point, you're kind of making yourself look bad because you're contradicting your own self. I'm not saying these people have done that, but I'm saying like we have had similar stuff, and I know we shouldn't be comparing the two, but this happens to celebrities who have access to a lot of money, man. And to me, this could be also a victim of people just striking where we're like, while the iron's hot, so to speak. Who knows? It says the suits are filed in New York for a reason. As mentioned, all of the suits are filed in Manhattan federal court. One obvious reason for it's that Diddy has done business in New York and many of the business or headquarters there. It's also the same district that is handling his criminal case. So yeah, like I said, he's got a criminal case in NY. But there's one more real. It says. But there's one more reason as well. The alleged event in the suit happened in years spanning from 1995 to 2021. Many of them would be outside of the statute of limitations and a lot of jurisdictions. See, I told you, man. Like some of this stuff I don't really necessarily have to read through because some of it you can just kind of put 2 and 2 together. Again, I'm no attorney and I don't know everything and I don't know the law. And I know y'all keep saying, Polo, go to law school. I want to make a change from a different angle, bro. I don't really want to do it from the attorney. The attorneys work. Some of them do earn their monies, and some of them I have my thoughts about him. But some of them, like if you look at like Thug's attorney, that man is working. That man is working. I'll put it this way, he's convinced me. I'll put it like that. It says, this is not a case in New York. He says, that is not the case in New York. Thanks to a very specific New York law, the victims of the Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act passed in the early 2022. The law opened up a 2-year window from March 21 to 2023 to March 1st, 2025 for people who claim to be victims of an attack motivated by gender to file a civil suit regardless of when the original alleged incident was. All 6 suits cite this law. So that's why a lot of people are striking on this, that they offer this new law that's being passed, So, again, a lot of this I think is happening because of who he is. It's because of Diddy's, and they know that, at one point Diddy, I don't know his net worth now. I guarantee it's not feeling the same though with them attorney fees, and he's had to sell off some stuff. But at one point, Diddy was the $1 billion man, Says Diddy legal team wants anonymous accuser to file in federal case to be identified. And then I think Dawn Richards, which is also a part of the Dirty Money, which was also a part of the group Danity Kane, her lawyer seemingly confirmed she's anonymous accuser in a Diddy indictment. So Dawn Richards' lawyer, Lisa Bloom, has made statements suggesting her client might be one of the anonymous victims included in Diddy's you know what case. So he's got a lot, his attorney's got a lot of work to do, dog. And it's gonna be one hell of a fight. And let me clarify this too. Just because somebody settles out of court or pleads guilty, because I know what's killing him is the Cassie situation. Even though, because people like to bring that up, you got to let that go. Yeah, we seen the video. I'm not saying I support it, and nor do I think it was right, but they settled out of court. That they're going to bring it up, but I feel like that shouldn't be used against him, because I think they used that also to hold him against bail. But it was a lot of other reasons too why he got denied bail too. Let's see. So speaking on Talk TV in an interview published on to X, formerly known as Twitter, on Thursday, October 17th, Lisa Bloom identified herself as the attorney representing Richards in the civil lawsuit which she filed against her former Diddy Dirty Money boss and groupmate in September. Says Bloom first inked a civil suit to the federal racketeering and SA case indictment filed against Diddy born Sean Combs, while comparing Richard's civil suit to the government's allegations, or what he's being accused of. So I'm not gonna read through all this whole joint. Let me catch another little article real quick, because actually I'm doing pretty good on time. So I think I covered this one. This is the 13-year-old one. This is the one I want to close out with. Diddy faces 5 new SA lawsuits. Alleged 13-year-old victim claims he had crazed look in his eyes. And this is from October 21st. So this is from today. And this is the most recent one to the best. Well, probably by the time I get off this live, I wouldn't be surprised if we got more coming down the woodwork. It says one of the lawsuits states that several unnamed celebrities were also involved and present during the alleged assault. So it says Diddy music mogul and rapper Diddy is facing additional 5 lawsuits accusing him of SA, including one from victim who alleged that he R'd her when she was 13. I hope that's not true, but again, I don't know. It says content warning: this post contains description of SA and R. So again, I'm not going to read through this whole joint, but it says reported by NBC News, the five civil lawsuits were filed on Sunday, October 20th, which I didn't even know you could file stuff on Sunday because I thought the courts were closed on Sunday. Maybe they initiated the shit online. I don't know, but I thought the courts were closed on Sunday. I thought they did Monday through Fridays, and they off every holidays, to the best of my knowledge, right? I don't know, don't want to know, because I don't want to go back. I don't want to ever step foot inside a courtroom ever again, bro. Keep it 100. I don't like the way they smell, none of it. Anyway, back to the last part of this article real quick, and then we're going to wrap things up. It says October 20th, let's see. Filed Sunday, October 20th in the Southern District of New York by attorney Tony Busby. The plaintiffs are not named in the lawsuit, but they each detail alleged SA indictments between 2000 to 2022. Two of the lawsuits were filed on behalf of men, while the other three were filed on the behalf of women, including one who said she was 13 years old and at the time of the alleged incident. My bad. The lawsuit filed for the woman who was 13 years old at the time of the detailed indictment or incident said, which she was happened to be an MTV Video Music Awards after party. So this happened at an MTV Video Music Awards, which is VMAs, which is Video Music Awards, after party on September 7, 2000. She claims that several other celebrities were present and participated in the alleged assault. So if I'm reading this correctly, Diddy and several other lost celebrities ran a train on a 13-year-old. I'm just reading it. I'm not the guy. I don't know if any of it's true or not. It says, looking for a place to rest, plaintiff entered that she believed to be empty bedroom so she could lie down for a moment. Reads the suit for a Jane Doe, now approximately 37. She said that she felt woozy and lightheaded after having one drink at the party. So my thing is this though, even though if they're spiked, it's still alcoholic beverages. Some people could have, again, I don't want to come across defending nobody. I'm gonna just read it. It says, soon after Combs, along with a male and female celebrity, entered the room. The suit continues per deadline. Combs aggressively approached the plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, "You are ready to party." Combs then threw the plaintiff toward another male celebrity, A, who removed plaintiff clothes, and she grew more and more disoriented. Plaintiff was held down by celebrity who was, and I'm just going to use the R word here, while Combs and celebrities B, female, watched. So apparently Diddy and another dude handled business and another female watched, according to this, if I'm reading this correctly. It says, after the male celebrity finished, Combs then did XYZ to the celebrity A and B watch. So it's like wow. I don't know if any of this is true, man, but this is kind of sad. The plaintiff said that she fell into deep depression following the incident. So I would imagine so if this is true. It says, we will let the allegations in the file complaint speak for themselves, and we'll work to see that justice is done, said Busby, who filed 6 other lawsuits on behalf of plaintiffs last week. We expect to filing cases weekly, naming Mr. Combs and others as defendants as we continue to gather evidence and prepare for filings. Diddy is currently behind bars ahead of his racketeering and trafficking trial, which is scheduled to kick off in May next year. He has denied all the allegations against him. His legal team is currently seeking to have his anonymous accusers identified in a federal case against him. So pretty much that's it for the Diddy situation. I'm going to put myself back on the main screen. Boom, right here. This one's actually a pretty smooth one, man. I've been on the joint for an hour and 3 minutes. So I don't have no real major thoughts on it. I'm just going to say this, and it's until proven guilty. I don't know any of it. If any of this is true. But if it is, hey, he got to get what's coming to him. But if not, hey, may he be free and whatever it's got to go through, man. Or if the victims have been through some stuff, man, pray they get justice too. I don't even know what to think, but I will say this: the stories and stuff like that we're hearing, it seems like it get wilder and wilder by the day, dog. And that's just where I'm at with it for tonight, man. But other than that, I've been on this joint for an hour and 4 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. I saw that y'all were very good and active in the chat. Y'all definitely smash the like button. I'm about to head things out here for the night. More content on the way as usual. But other than that, like I said, smash that like button, sub to the channel if you're new. And if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday. I'll be back live again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. But until then, smash that like button. Sign up for the channel if you haven't done so already. Sign up for that Sold Out Discord. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. And yeah, man, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Yeah. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December.